Minister of Forestry, Fisheries and the Environment, Barbara Creecy, is currently releasing the 2023 National Rhino Poaching statistics in St Lucia in northern KwaZulu-Natal. She's currently on the podium. Let's listen in.
Resulted in guilty verdicts with one not guilty verdict. The cases resulted in the conviction of 45 accused poachers and traffickers. And we're pleased to say that as a result of this integrated wildlife crime strategy, we can report a 97% conviction rate. The integrated work of the law enforcement agencies, including the SAPs, the Hawks, Sandpipes, the Environment Enforcement Fusion Centre, the Environmental Management Inspectorate or Green Scorpions, customs officials, provincial park authorities, the National Prosecuting Authority, has also resulted in successful convictions. An accused, a former ranger, was arrested in Kruger Park after he killed a rhino with his R1 rifle and failed to report the incident. He initially denied that he discharged his firearm and he replaced the ammunition with non-issued ammunition, but ballistic evidence linked him to the crime scene. During the trial, he alleged that the rhino charged him. This was not accepted by the court. He was convicted for carrying out restricted activities with an endangered or protected species and was sentenced to a hefty 10 years imprisonment. In KwaZulu-Natal, 5 accused were convicted for the killing of 1 rhino, conspiracy to hunt a rhino, possession of firearms and ammunition, and possession of a firearm with intent to commit an offence. The accused were found in a motor vehicle with hunting equipment and DNA on the equipment linked to the DNA of the rhino that had been killed. The firearms were ballistically linked to the crime scene and they were also sentenced to an imprisonment term of 10 years. In Gauteng, an accused was convicted for the possession of 2 rhino horn, which were found inside a bag in the vehicle he was traveling in, and he was sentenced to an effective 5 years imprisonment. The Directorate of Public Prosecution Environmental Working Group meets on a biannual basis to share best practice in the investigation and prosecution of environmental crime, to address challenges experienced, to foster closer collaboration between the provincial conservation authorities dealing with wildlife trafficking cases, and to identify repeat offenders moving around the country in furtherance of implementing our national integrated wildlife crime strategy. Further to this, real-time information pertaining to the arrest is shared, which enhances collaboration between prosecutors and law enforcement agencies. A national environmental cases audit has been conducted to establish the number of cases being dealt with by the NPA. A consolidated list of investigating instructions pertaining to rhino and abalone cases has been developed to ensure that comprehensive investigations are requested. Our department, in the 2023-24 financial year, has embarked on a consultative process to revise both the black and the white rhino biodiversity management plans in line with the provision of the National Environment Management Biodiversity Act. The revision of what we call the BMP, the Biodiversity Management Plans, aims to address the needs of both black and white rhino, provide a strategic approach and detailed action plan to conserve rhino in South Africa, and to provide a strategy to engage the countries to the north of us. It consolidates previous work at policy and planning level on rhino management into a single integrated tool in order to usher in a whole-of-society approach in the interests of both rhinos and the people of South Africa. The revised draft management plan will be published in the Government Gazette for public participation in the near future. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Minister. I'll now invite Mr.
right, let's come out of that briefing. That was the Minister of Forestry, Fisheries and the Environment, Barbara Creecy, just giving a report back on the progress in efforts to combat rhino poaching in South Africa. Reporter Jade Polsa is monitoring those developments there.